Oh, it's okay.
Right. Start again, please.
As I said in my messages, you've inspired me to go into Gundog training.
Right.
But I searched and I can't find anywhere I can do the qualification. There's not specific qualification for Gundog training.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame there's not a governing body that could organise it in a professional manner and use all 4 quadrants and teach people how to correct a dog using discipline, positive and negative. You know, but the problem is the colleges. There is college courses you can go on that people take, but the problem is it's all to do with positive and positive only training. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like a child. You've got to discipline the child so it will do as it's told.
The child has got far more capacity to understand than a dog.
Yeah.
And a dog works on very basic format. It wants to avoid negative and work for positive.
Yeah.
And that's all we're tapping into with these dogs.
Yeah.
And yes, it would be lovely to be able to say to people, I'll take people on and take them through a certification of a course. But what does it really mean? It means I've printed a piece of paper, and when you've reached that standard that I think you're good enough, I'll give you that piece of paper. But that piece of paper doesn't mean nothing.
No.
And if I took money off you just for that piece of paper, that certificate, it wouldn't prove anything. But I'm willing to help people and educate people and make them into better dog trainers who want to evolve and move forward.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's no governing body out there that I recognise, because the Kennel Club believe everything can be done with love and affection, when in reality they know it can't.
Yeah.
You know, each individual trains different.
Oh yeah.
And yet, who's going to decide what criteria is acceptable, what criteria is not acceptable, what tools we can use and what tools we can't use?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to take it away from us. They're trying to take independence and the right of freedom of speech and the right to think the way that you want to train a dog, and the right to train a dog the way you want to train a dog. I don't accept cruelty.
No.
Cruelty is completely a different thing to getting into the head of a dog and producing a dog of quality.
Yes.
If I was training pet dogs, I would train them slightly different, but not in a massive way. But I'm training gun dogs that are going to work under great temptation in the field, and dogs that we want to not suppress the drive.
No.
And that's what I'm saying to you. At the end of the day, I am an artist, and people laugh at me when I say I'm an artist. I have a skill, and I paint pictures on the internet with my videos, and people get hooked on them, and they go, that's what I want to do in life.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen overnight. You can't take a college course for 6 weeks and become a professional dog trainer.
No.
It's years and years of experience to master the art, but you've got to start somewhere, and everybody's got to start somewhere. And that's what my videos are up there for, and they're going to educate people, and we're going in a different direction, and we're going to show people how to get the best out of dogs, how to still have beautiful control of that dog, and that dog loves you, and that dog's happy, but without suppressing the drive, but controlling the drive, understanding the psychology behind it.
Yeah.
Now, some people just want the quick fix, and some people want to study it to a level that they want to have a deep understanding of the psychology. Well, that takes years.
Yeah.
And that's why my training classes sometimes is just explaining what to do to put the dog right. But some people want more than that. They want to get into the mindset of the dog and learn how to read a dog and how to read the situation.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. So it's about timing, it's about movement, it's about rolling up your sleeves and getting out there and training dogs. You get your first dog and you start training it under my method of training on the internet, and you will see a dog starting to be a pleasure to own.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that will give you inspiration to learn more. And so you say you've got a dog, do you?
Well, I've had dogs all my life. Through my dad used to work spaniels in the line.
Yeah.
Things like that. They were good dogs for him, but I want to go into the trialing side of it. And I know them sort of dogs, you need tip-top.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I would personally aim just to train that dog to a very high standard.
Yeah.
Using my methods. My methods work for trial dogs. It works for pet dogs. It works for just ordinary gun dogs.
Yeah.
But it's knowing when to turn off the drive, when to start to put the obedience in. And the sequence of videos that I'm going to start putting up is going to be nothing but educational. Before I've put music on them, I've had a laugh with people. They are going to be nothing but educational, because we're going in the direction of educating people. Unfortunately, gun dog training has been around for over 150 years, right?
Yeah.
And what reference material have you got out there?
Nothing.
We've now got the technology of the internet, and we can educate. But first, I had to build a fan base. I had to turn the hate off from people who've seen me use discipline and say I'm cruel. And I've had to educate, and I've educated people for 5 years on the internet to realise that yes, you can scruff a dog at the right moment in the way I show you and get a result, right? Each dog's different. Some dogs need more pressure than others. Some need more affection than others. And it's the same with clients when they come here. No client is ever the same. Each client has to be moulded and developed in a way that they can learn. Some people learn visually. Some people learn academically. You know, we're all different. And the dogs are exactly the same. Some dogs seem to be able to pick things up very simple, and other dogs don't. And it's not the fact of the person who's got the dog hasn't got a clue sometimes. It's that they've got an awkward dog. Or then another person might have an easy dog.
Yeah.
And think, I sailed through that training. Because some dogs are easy to train and some dogs push boundaries. But all dogs will push boundaries if you let them take over. That's the difference.
Is it mainly on discipline, the tone of your voice?
It's massive. It's so many things.
Yeah.
And you could study under me for 5 years before I could confidently say I would now put you out there and put work in your direction because you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've had people coming to me for 5 years and they still struggle because they not want to learn. They just want to train their dogs.
Yeah.
So they might come to me with a dog for 6 to 12 months, learn how to train that dog, and then get another dog, and that dog's temperament is different. They haven't got a clue how to train that dog because it was different from the other dog. If they did the same training with that dog, they would come unstuck. So there's a bit more involved. I think you've got to train a number of dogs before you can start calling yourself a dog trainer.
Yeah.
You know, especially a gun dog trainer. A gun dog trainer is a specialist in that area. You shouldn't be calling yourself a gun dog trainer and taking money off people if you don't know what you're talking about.
No. That's why I like watching your videos. I picked a hell of a lot up by watching what you do training.
Good.
Yes. And as I say, watching your videos has inspired me.
And that's what I put it up for, because I realised that after I changed hearts and minds by showing that I don't beat dogs for a living, but I train dogs, and I speak my mind and I'm honest about it.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the only few trainers out there that, in the gun dog world, in the dog training world, people are showing obedience, but in the gun dog training world, it seems to be hushed under the carpet. And I think we've only got ourselves to blame for that, because if we'd been honest from the start, but the thing is, don't forget, the internet really is quite a new format, really. It's only been out really for 10 years. And in the last 5 years, everybody's going on the internet for advice. But unfortunately, there is so much bad advice on the internet, and there's people misleading people. And you want to keep out of these gun dog forums, because these gun dog forums are doing nothing but messing people's heads up. Because they're being led by people who have got very little understanding, but they put up a few pictures of their dogs, their gun dogs, and call themselves gun dog trainers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
One of the most successful, well, he is the most successful trialing gun dog trainer, Ian Openshaw. I went to a trial one day, and a guy won a trial for the first time. And Ian turned around and said, as he walked away, "There's another professional trainer who's going to be selling himself on the internet." And he was dead right. That person was selling themselves on the internet within a week of winning. One win, like they say, one swallow doesn't make a summer.
No, it doesn't.
You know, and you're from up north, aren't you? Nottingham way, aren't you?
Worcestershire.
Oh, Worcestershire. All right. I was a few miles out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Will you be still coming round on your bus?
Yeah.
Will you be ever coming to Worcestershire?
Most probably, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Hopefully we can meet up then.
Yeah, hopefully we can, yeah. Hopefully we can. And give you some insight. Come and watch a seminar and watch the dogs and learn from it, you know?
Yes, yes.
But keep watching the videos and have fun, and I'm glad you're finding it entertaining.
Yeah. How much would it be to join your site?
It's not a lot at all. It's a couple of quid if you're not a regular person who comes to me for training. And so it's a couple of quid a month or a couple of quid a week. I'm not sure. The management are all sorting that out, but they're going to be doing it on a very easy format that you can come in and watch the videos and get some real entertainment on what we're doing. We're doing promotional videos for the internet.
Yes.
Not real educational videos, but promoting what I do.
Yeah.
And then you've got a choice then, because I've give this for free for 5 years.
Oh.
And the way they've taken my videos down, I've lost all that hard work.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame, but I've got to move forward, and this management team are now going to manage me and protect my copyright.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you can't share my videos. It doesn't mean you can't save my videos, but it will stop people editing my videos and trying to cause me trouble or trying to close my videos down, because my videos have become so popular on the internet and in the dog training world, the Gundog training world, as well as the ordinary dog training world. I'm getting people coming across from the dog training world because they love the way that we can get into the mindset of a dog.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. It's about the dogs. It's not about me. It's about the dogs.
Because I'm not a novice dog owner. I'm a novice dog trainer, then.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What would you look for a trialing dog in a pup?
I'd look for good breeding.
Yes.
And that would be my number one objective. I would look for good breeding. I would be looking for something that was consistent out there, not just one win. A dog that's won on a number of occasions.
Yes.
But that's not easy for someone who hasn't got the contacts. But this is the whole point. I'm going to build an army of contacts that if people say, I want a pup and I want a decent pup, I'm going to be able to go to this guy. Where do you live? Go to this guy. He breeds quality pups and he's an honest trainer. Then it helps people in the area you live in. I can't take on everybody who comes here.
Oh, no. I wouldn't expect you to, Chris. Because I'm the same as you. I have dyslexia.
Yeah.
And I find watching somebody do it.
Yeah, exactly. Visual.
Yeah.
And that's how dogs learn. Dogs work on visual so much.
Yeah.
Body movement. If you move forward before you send the dog, you're actually sending the dog with movement. There's such a skill involved in it. You know?
If you want that dog to stop there, you got to tell it to stay, and then you move forward.
Exactly. Well, you shouldn't if the dog's taught and it's trained properly. But in the foundation of building that training, you have to educate the dog. You can't never give discipline unless you educate the dog first.
Yes.
And then if the dog knows what the behaviour is that you want, and the dog wants to push the boundary, because we don't destroy drive like a lot of pet people will. They'll destroy the drive, or they'll allow the dog to take over. And too much love and too much affection, you can create
a bad dog,
a crazy dog, a confused dog.
Yeah.
A dog that thinks it's in control. And it's the same as a child. You can give a child too much.
Yes.
It's got to be rules and boundaries.
Yeah.
And there's got to be consequences. And that's the same for us all in life.
Yes. If we break the law, the consequences, we go to jail.
Exactly. You know, or we get a fine. You know,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yes.
But like I say, I've taken your phone call, but because of my time limit, I mean, I do an hourly sit down talk with people on the phone, but I have to charge. And in future, you know, not being funny, I don't mind talking to somebody for 5 minutes, but if it goes on for a while, I have to charge because it's taking up my day, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I totally understand, Chris.
It's not that I'm trying to just money orientated. I'm having to go down that road because it's cost me so much in legal fees and to fight all the battles that I had to fight and stand up for what I do and freedom of speech and all that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having to bring in some money to pay the bills, like, you know, so...
Oh, everybody's got to make a living.
But I wish I could just give it I wish I was a millionaire. I'd give this advice for free. I would. I'd give it for free. Why? Because I like to see a smile on people's faces when they have their little dog out and they go, look at that. Train the Chris Upton way, the Corleone way.
Yeah. That's one reason why I would like to become a trainer.
Yeah.
Because the smile, watching my dogs work and knowing I haven't had to pay someone to get them to that standard.
Yeah.
I've done it all myself.
But if you brought your dogs down here and you had a day with me at some point and I evaluated you and your dogs, I might say to you, you're well advanced in your training, but I'd give it you straight. And if you weren't, I'd say, look, I'm not being funny, but you shouldn't be thinking about trying to become a dog trainer at the moment. You need to educate yourself more.
Yeah.
But I would give it you the way it is. And that's the way that us old school can help up and coming people to understand when it's right to start taking money off people.
To be fair, I'm happy in the job I'm doing.
Lovely.
I would do it as a bit of a cash in hand to help people. Just to get a bit extra money coming in, but I wouldn't be doing it full time, so I wouldn't be charging the rates that a full-time dog trainer would do then, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's down to you. That's your choice, isn't it? I can only advise, but...
Oh, yes. Say I did come down to you, how much would that cost for the day?
I charge £100 a day to spend a day with me to go through and look at your dogs, explain to you a number of things, and give you a good insight into my knowledge and understanding, and help you with your dog what to move forward on.
Yeah.
And it's assessment as well as training. Yeah.
Yes. That's not too bad, because round here they're charging £45 an hour.
Well, that's what I charge, £40 an hour.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't rip people off.
No.
I give people value for money, and then on top of that, I then edit your videos as well, and I put your stuff up if you want me to. You don't have to. Some people do and some people don't, but that's how the channel has grown, because people love watching their own dogs and the standard of training, and it's lovely when somebody turns up here and they say, I've never been to a trainer, I've only copied your videos and learnt from your videos. Isn't that wonderful that thousands and thousands of people all over the world have had a happier dog and a happier life? Isn't that what this is about?
Yeah.
Rather than the ideology arguing over what's right and what's wrong.
What's right is what works for the dog. What's wrong isn't what works for the dog.
I like that. I like what you just said, yeah.
Yes. It's what the dog's more important than us, really.
Without fail. Without fail. We owe it to the dogs, because the dogs are so... They
give you so much unconditional love.
Yes, without fail. Enjoyment. Yes. They give you so much enjoyment. I mean,
yes.
They may take away my money, they may take away my business, but what they can't do is take away my memories. My memories of working with dogs, working with people. If I died tomorrow, I'd die a happy man, even though the shit I've had to go through, because I do a job that I love. I wake up and I love that job.
Yes.
And that's what it's about to me.
Yes.
Anyway, I hope that's helped you.
Yes, it has.
And like I say,
I'm not going to put copyright on what I just said, but what's right for the dogs.
No, that's lovely. That's really...
You can use that if you like. Chris, thank you very much. time.
No problem at all. Have a nice life.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Chris.
Oh, that was a nice chat, wasn't he?